Welcome to the Su-25T SEAD Guide for Hoggett's Georgia at War campaign. SEAD, or Suppression of Enemy Air Defenses, plays an important role in the campaign, as enemy air defenses are numerous, and if you want to make any progress, you're going to need to deal with them as soon as possible. We're going to start off by rearming our frogfoot with anti-radiation missiles, or ARMs, by hitting the left Alt plus single quote key. The SEAD template I've selected has ARMs on all compatible pylons. ARMs home in on active radar emitters on the battlefield, making them ideal for this task. Note, this rearm step must be done before starting either of your engines, but your electronic systems may be running. The two ARM missiles the Su-25T can carry are the KH-58U and the KH-25MPU, with the 58 being the longer range of the two. I'm also adding two IR air-to-air missiles for this mission, as we will not have cap support. Also be aware that the ELINT pod on the center pylon is required to target the two ARMs. Next, while waiting for the ground crew to arm us, we're going to see the locations of known enemy SAM sites via the F10 menu. Open your radio menu using the / key, and select Other, Get Current Missions, and then finally SEAD. The new pop-up displays bearing and range to 6 different SAM sites. Next, we'll use the F10 map to determine the approximate location of the SAM sites for reference later on if we need it. Using the ruler tool, we can estimate where the SAM sites are. Note that my map is not the same unit that my ranges are, but a good rule of thumb is that 1 nautical mile is just under 2 kilometers. Going by distance, it looks like Objective Rocky is the closest SAM site to our location, just east of Krimsk. Another set of SA-6s are around 128 degrees nearby Gelendzhik. Knowing our F-18Cs want to ingress from the coast, we'll be targeting objectives Rambo and Dread first. Alright, back to the cockpit. It looks like the ground crew have completed their work. Close the canopy and let's start up the engines. It's a long ride out to runway 22 at Anapa from here, so I'm going to skip forward a bit. Now that we're airborne, we're going to turn towards the 128 heading we had for our objectives. We're also going to use this time to gain as much altitude as we can, as the higher you are when you fire the ARMs, the longer your range is. While turning, we're going to enter ground attack mode by hitting the 7 key, and then turn on the ELINT pod with the O key. Enabling the ELINT pod will display an ETS at the bottom left of your HUD, and will allow us to see and target the detected radar emitters. Detected emitters are denoted by a diamond shape on your HUD. If the diamond has an X through it, it is currently being detected but outside the bounds of your HUD. You'll need to reorient your plane in order to see them. Detected radar emitters also may have a designation if the ELINT pod can discern what type of radar it's detecting. Diamonds with no designation are either not determined or too far away. En route to Gelendzhik, it looks like Russia has deployed an SA-19 in our path. It must have started transmitting after we turned away. You can see our ELINT pod is aware of it and has marked it appropriately. As it is a threat to all aircraft leaving Anapa, we will engage it. Using the comma, period, forward slash, and semicolon keys in an arrow configuration, slew the ETS designator box over the target and lock it up with the enter key. When locked, the target emitter is now surrounded by a circle instead of a diamond. We also notice new symbology on the left side of the HUD, indicating missile range. The SA-19's range is not long enough to require the use of the KH-58s. We will instead use one of the 25s to run its day. Use the D key to switch weapons, and notice the 25 MPU is the selected weapon at the bottom right of the HUD. We are also immediately given launch authorization because we are pretty close to it. Acidic Magnum SA-19. As these missiles are fire and forget, we can immediately turn away from the target to avoid flying into range. After a short time, we can turn back in and see if the emitter is still present. As I'm doing so, I notice that our target SA-6 sites near Gelendzhik have come online. We can see their target diamonds and their designation from the ELINT pod. However, even after switching back to the KH-58s, we are still out of range. We must climb to extend our range so that we can engage the SA-6 before it engages us. Now that we have climbed, we are in range of one of the SA-6 sites, Acidic Magnum SA-6. Again, ARMs are fire and forget weapons, and we can immediately target the other SA-6 sites and fire our remaining KH-58. Acidic Magnum SA-6. The sights are returning fire. We are currently in a good spot because we have the high ground, and turning away will expend a lot of the missile's energy trying to track us. Drop chaff and jink left and right to expend more of the missile's energy. While doing so, we'll continue to climb even more so we can extend the range of our KH-25 MPUs in order to engage the SA-6s without getting into lethal range. It looks like one of the sites remains active. One of our 58s must have been ineffective. As we were climbing, we now have the range to fire one of our 25 MPUs at the remaining site. Acidic Magnum SA-6. The remaining site has returned fire again. Same maneuvers as before, ensuring to drop chaff as we evade. After a short time, we can turn back in and check for emitting radars. As the Galenjik area is now clear, we can return to base or seek out more targets for our remaining ARMs. Thanks for watching the SEAD guide for Hoggett's Georgia at War campaign. If you'd like more information about Hoggett or Georgia at War, visit us on Reddit at www.reddit.com/r/Hoggett and join our Discord at discord.gg/Hoggett.